we now return to our regularly programming of sports. Don't worry, I'm still continuing my banter of anime, although I bloody enjoy it. But I'm not talking about anime legs or feet, but a sport that does involve feet. That's football. The Euros is at its quarterfinals, but on the other side of the world, the Copa America is at its final stages. So let's talk about the Copa America, shall we? I have learned, no matter what confederation or tournament there is, there will always be refs that ruin the game I love. Second, I would love to talk about the group stages. Bolivia is obviously the weakest and the punching bag of South America. Peru isn't the same anymore, so is Chile. Chileans may go and blame the refs for their disastrous campaign, but if you can't beat Peru, then you don't deserve to move on. Jamaica is impressive, but in their own way in CONCACAF. Against South America, not exactly impressive, but at least you tried. Paraguay did cause some problems, only to Colombia, but in the end, they got whooped by all three of them, especially Costa Rica. The draw against Brazil was the most upsetting team in this tournament. Ronaldinho had a point about this Brazil team. And Neymar was just struggling watching this Brazil team. Against Colombia, they couldn't do, but they put the goals against Paraguay way faster than Brazil or Colombia has ever done. Now, you may have noticed I skipped two teams who were eliminated and by far the most shocking and embarrassing teams in this tournament, the US and Mexico. The supposedly kings of CONCACAF. Eliminated, grouped in this Copa America. There's no fucking excuse. There's no fucking excuse. First, let's start with Mexico. Mexico has been shit recently, and this shows. Obviously, Mexico was going to win against Jamaica, but they had a hard time trying to find the net. If only this Jamaica goal counted, it would have been a draw. But VAR said he was offside, and well, Mexico finally got its goal. Next, Venezuela. First seconds of the game was absolute football, but the one thing that failed is fucking Santi. Mexico main goal scorer fucking missed the opportunity to take the lead. Mexico kept pushing, but that shit was nowhere near the fucking net. Then there is Quiñones, who is the first thing that comes out of Colombia. Man gave away a penalty for what? If you want to challenge the ball, then challenge it correctly. Even after Venezuela went up by 1, Mexico still failed to find the fucking net that even VAR gave you a penalty. Finally, just tie this game for fuck's sake.
Denied.
Jesus Christ. That is the worst penalty I have ever seen since Bernardo Silva in the Champions League. A loss to Venezuela, okay, that is fine. All you have to do is win against Ecuador. Jesus. Not even Jesus can save this Mexican team. The Mexican fans can argue that they were robbed, but did you even watch the game? If you know the rules, it's the same reason why it does not count as a penalty. This was not a penalty. Thank God for VAR. Even if it were a penalty, you surely don't deserve it after holding the most possession and shooting 20 shots. By the way, only 4 shots on target. Another major tournament, another fracaso, as they say. Guess they can only succeed in the Gold Cup, I guess. Finally, we have the USMNT. What the fuck? Fox were hyping this team up like they were the real deal, but after what I saw this supposedly golden generation, I can officially say this team isn't anywhere near the levels they were saying. Against Bolivia, no shocker, they were going to win, but it was surprising that the USMNT couldn't find the net more than 2. Great start at least. Next is Panama. A fucking upset. In what world was Weah thinking? Punching someone in the back of the head just because he was getting physical and lost his composure. You fucking deserve that red card. By the way, all of you saying that the Panamanian deserved a red card too, it was a 50-50 challenge. Maybe a yellow, but never a red. You know what is not a 50-50 challenge? Punching someone in the head. Logan with an amazing goal to put US by 1, but that wasn't enough since Panama were pushing this 10-man USMNT and actually converted a goal. This USMNT was getting bombarded, shot after shot by the Panamanians. When you're an amazing group and even down by 10 men, you are still be the one to controlling the game. I saw no control of the ball. Even if the US had possession, they immediately lost it. They lost the ball. Panama had the most of the possession than this golden generation, and it was a matter of time Panama would find a fucking goal. Who would have fucking guessed? A bad result at a win against Uruguay is a mission impossible, or a mission failed. Say what you want to say. Oh, the referee was so bad and atrocious. We were robbed. were so wrong. Fuck that. It doesn't matter about that. At the end, it was going to be a scoreless result. Be counting on Bolivia to be doing shit just because they drew against Panama doesn't mean anything. Because you know who got things done? Panama. They got things done. Unlike us, we needed 2 goals against Uruguay, who are a defensive monster. We should have gotten a win against Panama, but because of your incompetence and your negligence, we failed to make it out. As kings of CONCACAF, you are to represent CONCACAF in the quarterfinals. You know who is representing CONCACAF? Canada and Panama, not Mexico, and neither are you, USMNT. The refs weren't the ones that gave you the result. It was you. What this golden generation needs is a new coach, but we know that's not going to happen because this contract is for 2 more years for this fucking clown. In 2 years, the World Cup is headed to North America. And what did we learn from this? Take this shit seriously. And the Copa America, awful, god-awful performance. We are probably going to be joining Qatar and losing each match of the FIFA World Cup. Me thinking the US were going to make it to the final shows how much I was delusional about this team, but now the chances are grouped. I would complain about how a toe changed fucking everything in the Euro or in the Copa America. I don't even know how the fuck you could see that, but oh well. The quarterfinals are set, and for me, it's Argentina that's going to win it all the way through. For that side of the bracket, either Colombia or Uruguay that will be meeting Argentina in the finals. In the meantime, thank you for your time, and I'll be heading back to watching this.
Yellow card, Chris Rich. Well, now we're going to keep playing on. We come the other way. Reed clears it away. But if the referee is showing a yellow card,
he's showing a yellow card and allowed him to play on. That's ridiculous.
He cannot give advantage.